Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That's what that sounds like. That's actually a little loud. Oh, yeah. Let me turn that down. Good grief. There we go. That's better. All righty. All right, what is happening? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I know I'm a little bit late. I had to go and talk to GameStop. And I got to run the Best Buy here shortly. I'm going to see if I can get a keyboard. Yes, I've got some good topics here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about gamer toxicity, as now the community is making excuses for the BS that was coming out of their mouth. Going to talk a little bit about Amazon Prime. I did participate in Prime Time, and I got a couple of emails on Matt's Gaming did a podcast on Xbox games on PlayStation, and I had to listen to his whole podcast. Shout out to Matt's Gaming. You know, it is what it is. So. Yeah, we're gonna talk. I'll talk a little bit about the Gears thing, which I don't have an issue with Gears as far as the way the game's going to be. I'm a Gears fan, have always been. I even like Gears Judgment. The whole smoking thing is the people in the PlayStation community. That is their way of. This is their Puddlegate. Okay, this is their Puddlegate. So it is their way of, it is their way of talking about the the Xbox, a game, even though it has nothing to do with anything, just like Puddlegate didn't. And what to me is going to go down in history as one of the stupidest things I ever heard in my life. And I'm so glad those people got exposed, from Kofi to Erica Cuts for the win. I'm so glad they all got exposed. So Tim Dog, everything. But what also got exposed during Puddlegate was the fact that the Xbox, the community, really is upset over the fact that PlayStation has games and they want those same games. That's what really has been exposed over the last 6 months. So I mean, because they're like OBJ the Don said, they mad as hell. They're mad as hell over the fact, okay? Over the fact that Xbox is putting games day and date on PlayStation. I'm sorry, they're putting games day and date into Game Pass. They don't like that. That's why they say, well, Sony's going to do the same thing, even though they got no proof. They got no proof that Sony's going to do the same thing, but they have to say Sony's going to do the same thing because it's a way for them to cushion the paddle. I don't know if you all probably are too young to have been paddled in school. Hell, or getting swatted. We call it getting a swat at school. So yeah, it's bad. So. So they don't like it, but that's what you all have to discern. That's why they're complaining so much. We'll talk about that a little bit. I did participate in Prime Day. How many of you all went on Prime Day and got something? I got something for my PC. I was able to update the CPU, and so that CPU should be here Friday. According to Amazon, it's on its way. So, and shout out to Jemiah Dixon for the donation that was able to put me over the finish line, and with the CPU I was able to get. So, and also shout out to the PC community, because they, again, when people say the PC community is toxic and stuff like that, that's not been my encounter at all. And I'm not here to say there probably are some moist people in the PC community. I don't know any PC gamers that are moist. Very supportive. They actually, when you see me play Mass Effect, they actually gave me the most up-to-date modded Mass Effect experience. That's why when I was playing Mass Effect 3, I'm like, wow, this is nothing like my Mass Effect on my Xbox. Is because I'm playing a modded version. I mean, I got a shooting range on the Normandy. I don't think a shooting range was available on the 360. So, you have too much stuff there in Patient Fire. Well, you can always donate to the church now. The kingdom is always accepting donations on stuff that you guys don't want. Because something that you think is trash, I may be able to make good use of. That's what you got to remember. So again, if anybody out there has an extra chair that I could sit in, because mine is broken and I have to sit catawampus to have conversations, unless I sit on my couch. If anybody in the community out there has an extra chair, I will buy it from you, and then you can ship it to me. You'll have to pay for shipping, but I'll buy it from you. Okay, I think that's a win for everybody. So Mega Davo said he is building his PC. Started 2 days ago. I love it, Mega Davo. So yeah, I did see that E1 Matador. Sony is having a presser. 2 hours in China. So that work that they've made to sit down with China to talk to them about getting things in, it's bearing fruit. Now it is bearing fruit. Shout out to the big homie Sick Humor. I'm going opposite him, so that's fine. But we'll run these topics real quick. And if not, I'll do a re-up a little bit later on. Also, again, YouTube Hangouts, Google Hangouts is shutting down in, what is today? In 2 more weeks. So my podcasting schedule, and write this down, after today, I will not be podcasting this weekend. I'll be busy. Let's see here. I'm going to podcast Sunday night on Comic-Con. Comic-Con is in 2 days. Comic-Con San Diego is in 2 days. So the 21st, at about 10 p.m. Eastern time, I will be going live talking about Comic-Con. That will be on an OBS stream. Then on the 20th, let's see, boom, boom. Then on the 24th, again, write it down. I'm going to have a regular podcast. It's a good old fashioned podcast. Then I'll be on RGT on the 19th and the 26th. And on the 19th and the 26th. And let's see here. Then I will do a podcast on the 27th. And then I am on the 30th, write this down, on PlayStation on the 30th. I'm going to go all night long. Okay, I don't know what game I'm going to play, but I'm going to go all night long on the 30th. That is a Tuesday, and that will be my. And then on the 31st, which is a new moon, and I'll be tired, I'll probably do one more podcast, and I'm going to try to have just different guests on that day. Everybody from I'm gonna try to get King Thrash on there, Sick Humor, J-Dub City, Randall Thor. I'm just gonna put out an all points bulletin to just the people that kind of swing by, And then, because I'll be moving to Black Avenger TV. I'll be streaming via OBS and doing my podcast through OBS. So, but yeah, Mega Davo. Hopefully, you participated in Prime Day. They had some good sales. I don't know about what Intel did, but I know AMD. I got a new AMD CPU, and it came with 90 days of Game Pass. I mean, that is straight garbage. Why is Xbox? It was PC Game Pass. That was part of the promotion. So for Black Avenger TV, yeah, let me go ahead and post that so you all can join. Yeah, you all need to join me over there on Black Avenger TV. Yeah, I do need to. I do need to do a better job at that, don't I? Let me log into my Black Avenger account. And let's see here. Channels. Let's see if I can find my account. Okay, my account. So, nope, can't use that one. I'm just going. Let me do this. Let me do it like this. No, that's the editing. Let me see here. Let me go back one more here. Let me go back again. There we go. There you go. Just go there and look for me. I believe. Let me put my. Let me do this then. That's what I meant to do. And it is. All right. I am. That's me at Black Avenger TV. Just go over there and check that on out. So yeah, in game is 7 million away, but it's going to get there. I think it's projected to get there on the 29th or 30th. But see, after Comic-Con, Kevin Feige is going to say we're anywhere for. I say that they're going to be about 6 million short when they do Comic-Con, which is on Friday night, and I think once they come out and say, is there any way you all could go out there and see it one more time, get us to be the #1 movie, people will go out and see it because they're going to show it again out there. One more, everybody gonna see it one more time this weekend. Let's get it over the hump. It'll be 5 times for me. It'll be the most time I ever seen a movie in the movie theater. So I'm gonna go back this weekend though and check it out. So, but that's the link. What's up, Carl? How you doing, brother? Yeah, Root Google. Yeah, Stadia. It may be. A lot of people think it's going to go to Stadia. Go ahead and hit that like button, people, as you come in. As you see, I got the super chat button activated for a little while. For another 2 weeks, super chat will be activated. I'm going to deactivate my super chat on the 29th for YouTube. I'm deactivating it. So. I'll just have to go back to PayPal and Cash App. So, Lion King coming out this weekend. Yeah, we'll do a double feature then. You're right. This weekend, Lion King is going to roar. Make no mistake about it. Lion King is going to roar. Council of Small Ears, what's up? So, yeah, hit that like button, people. So we'll move on. So let me start out with the whole Matt's gaming thing about the Xbox games on PlayStation 4. Well, everybody already knows that Matt Booty, I think that's who said it. I think Matt Booty said that you do not, that they're going to, that they're open. I got to find the article. It's one of the, I think is it Gaming Per? Let me check Game Per. Yeah, okay, so let me share my screen here. Let's see, application window, there. Make that, lock that in. Okay, so now this is an old article. This article is a month old, but I'm sharing my screen right now. So it says Xbox Game Studios head open at Halo games releasing on PlayStation systems. That's I mean, nobody wait a minute. Get a free, wait a minute, I got something here for free. I have to look at it again. Something from Wendy's. It said free bacon cheeseburger. Y'all know me. I'm all about the freedom. So let me find my podcast here. And I will let me make sure that I'm sharing my screen. All right, yeah. Now everybody understands this, right? And I guess so. Look, if the head of this gaming studio is open to games being on, and again, this is old hat. I thought everybody knew this, but maybe Max Gaming doesn't know. So, but anyway, there was somebody in his chat that called himself, not this chat, the comment section, calls himself Kane the Troll Reaver, literally said this had been shot down. And I can't, this has not been shot down. I mean, that dude is a straight up idiot. I'm talking about Kane the Soul Reaver. So, I mean, he basically is like, we're not going to go in and dictate a certain game go to and target a certain platform. That's from the head of Xbox, people, Xbox Gaming Studios. How did this moth, I'm going to kill this woman. There is a moth the size of my hand in this place. I mean, she bought Shazam and reactivated Netflix so we can watch Stranger Things. But she let a bug in here. So it says, Booty said in the first place, addressing games like The Outer Worlds and Psychonauts 2, which are releasing on PS4. Again, and remember, Outer Worlds is a first-party studio from Microsoft. Now, people are going to say, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, Microsoft, they had that was part of the deal when Microsoft bought them. Microsoft, again, has the ability to kill that deal. They say, we would love to buy your studio. Here's what we're going to bring to you. But Outer Worlds, that has to only be a Xbox and PC release. Okay? It can't go to PS4 or Nintendo Switch. But again, maybe Max Gaming doesn't know this. So, and he clearly says, I think somewhere else in the article, let's see here. This also brings up the fact that Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive were disasters. This is the article saying it was a disaster sales-wise. So, but later on in this same article, stop sharing, he says that they shopped, that they had shopped Xbox games on PlayStation. Just, it's a reality. So you're not sitting through another 3 hours of in-game. Once was enough. Oh, we'll see it one more time. What's happening after Hangout shuts down? Well, the content creators are going to have to go create content somewhere else. I mean, you can do uploads on Spotify. I don't know how much that costs. You can do uploads on iTunes. Game streaming isn't changing a whole lot. We'll still be able to game stream. They're just going to have to do it through OBS. Now, there is still a way to do it through YouTube and do a hangout through YouTube, but you're the only person that can be there. And then somehow you got to take phone calls, and Google really wants you to put your face on screen now because they're trying to combat all the political stuff that's going on. They're trying to get people on recorded now. They actually said this in Congress 48 hours ago. Yeah. So for Max Gaming and for Max Gaming's comment section, y'all are, I can't say the same thing about Max because he may have known this, but y'all are just, the people in the comment section are just, they're ignorant. I mean, they may mean well, and I'm not going to talk down on nobody, but they're ignorant. And they don't know come here from Sikkim. Yes, Xbox is willing to put first-party IP on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch and PC. So for people, hit that like button, people, as you come in, like button to your left. If you're enjoying the podcast, go ahead and hit that super chat, ask a couple questions if you want. It is Craig Har 50. I think it is I think that's me on Black Avenger. You come over there and sub, because I'm going to be uploading game. I've got like 4 or 5 videos uploaded, gameplay. I'm right now, I'm the only person doing gameplay over there. But once you go over there, throw $1 or 2 on the Black Avenger as well. Go ahead and donate a little bit of money, $1 or 2. Won't hurt you. It won't hurt you to donate $1 or 2. So, yeah. So Xbox, their head of their gaming studios is open to it. So yeah, they will be putting games on PlayStation. Remember, I told you all they were going to be doing this. Now we have the article that says that they've had talks about it. Now what the community is trying to say is, well, they already own Minecraft, and Minecraft's already on PlayStation. We're not talking about Minecraft. We're talking about Gears, Halo, Forza, other games. They're going to literally see how their games sell. And if more people buy Outer Worlds on PlayStation than they do Xbox, that'll be a first-party Xbox game selling more on a competing platform. That is going to be the ultimate kick in the Donnie bags, okay? It will be. That will be the ultimate kick in the Donnie bags. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because Outer Worlds doesn't even have a release date, I don't think. But people keep on telling me that people always say, well, PlayStation wasn't at E3. Like, really? The first 5 games Xbox showed were going to be on PlayStation and our PC, because I know the Flight Sim game will not be on PlayStation. But I've been playing, you all seen my Flight Sim game on PC. And that Flight Sims game they coming out with is trash compared to what I can play. So, but my PC game is a PC game. It's not an Xbox game. Yeah, they're very pro-consumer. Yeah. So, but I think that's my channel. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Prime Time. We'll move to that real quickly here. Prime Time. I participated in Prime. I bought a new Ryzen CPU, and it came with 3 months of Game Pass. So I'm happy. You know, I'm happy with my purchase. And shout out, like I said, to Jemiah Dixon. He is the man on that one. And so I appreciate Jemiah Dixon on that one. So want to see PlayStation World Domination. They're doing it right now. They're doing it right now. It's just you're watching living history of total domination at this point. So, but yeah, I got a Ryzen pass. Yeah, they not Game Pass. I got a Ryzen pass. Yeah. So, but shout out to AMD. That was part of the promotion. You can't find the channel? Odd. Let's see here. Oh, it does this. It does say that, doesn't it? Let's see. My channel. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Well, try all caps. Matter of fact, my bad. Here you go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me just do this. Let me just do this. Try that. That should take you right. Let me just check it. Yeah, that takes you right to my channel. That takes you right there. And right now, I put that Gears of War video up there 4 days ago, and it's got 0 views. So what are you all doing over there? Get on over there. I've got a total of 68 views, so that's pretty good. I've got let's see. I'd say I've got about a little bit over 3.5 hours of gameplay over there right now. So, but everybody go to the Black Avenger. That is the channel. That is the channel right there. So, and like I said, when you go over there, go ahead and donate some money to the Black Avenger. Again, that, you know. Yeah, I think they changed the battery in the Switch. So I think they updated the battery so that it has a longer life, which is fine. I mean, again, the Switch is very popular. Shout out to the people who bought it. So shout out to the people that bought it. So And so yeah, but what else came out of Comic-Con? There's going to be a Thor 4 that was announced yesterday. That's officially announced. So, but yeah, but Prime Time, yeah. I mean, Prime was a pretty awesome day for me. I got in on the last minute because because I had to work Monday and Tuesday. So but here's something else I'm going to buy. Let me show you here. I'll pull this up on Prime. Let's do the buy again thing. No, I don't need that. Gosh, damn it, Janet. I may buy this today. This is only $38.99. This is $40, dog. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So let's get the lights up, people. And if we can, if you want to donate to the cause, I think that's what it's called. Donate to the Church of the Messiah. I want to try to get this at some point while it's still on sale. But this is I've already bought this before. This fits my computer. This is one of the things I have in there. I believe this is called RAM. It's DDR4. But as you can see, it's in stock, and it can be delivered to me in 1 day. Well, by Friday. So yeah, but hopefully we get a donation or two. I can go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. So yeah, and look, I get free tech support. You know how I love free. I get free tech support for 90 days. So that's another thing that's just on regular sale. That has nothing to do with Prime. That's on sale. The Xbox One X is discontinued on Amazon. What do you mean? You mean for Prime? For Prime Day? Or what do you mean discontinued? Unpack that. Walmart stock dropped. Okay, well, that's stock. Okay, you remember stock is long term. So everybody hit that link I just set there. Discontinued. Yeah, that's what I meant. What do you mean discontinued? So what do you mean by discontinued? But I know the market rallied for 5 straight days. They had 5 straight days of gains. It's just if you have 1 day of a loss, that's okay. That's part of the stock. You had 5 straight days of gains. You have to ask yourself: did the drop wipe out what you accumulated over the last 5 days? It shouldn't have. So you should be ahead. So again, if you bought the stock, I told you. Let's look at AMD stock right now. Let's look at it in real time. I don't know if we've done this before. All right, so AMD stock in real time is at $33.94. So, and remember we bought this at what? It was like $22. Remember when we did that? And I told you to get AMD stock. I remember I specifically said to you guys, get AMD stock. So yeah, it's doing good. It opened at 34.01. So you saw that in real time. So right now it's doing pretty well. Look, it got all the way up to 34.27, so it's lost $1 today, roughly. So, but look, it opened up, and a lot of people invested, and then they started selling, went back, and people bought it again. So the trend is good. The trend is good. So right now it closed at 33.85. So right now we're up 14 cents. And as you can see right there, that's what that means, okay? Plus 14. Okay? So right now, it's a good buy. This is what I be trying to tell you all, where you all need to put your money at it. Y'all don't listen to me. Yeah, Craig doesn't know what he's talking about. Craig's toxic. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know sick is live too. Yeah. Your build was the Ryzen 27. What'd you get down? Oh, you did? Cool. Ryzen 9. Oh, you went all out. Man, you went all out. Oh, you subscribed. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I can't say it on air. I'll put it in the description because that's free advertisement for them, and they don't pay me to do it. That's what I use. I don't understand. What do you mean by discontinue? That means that they're not selling it anymore. That's what discontinue means. So are you saying it was discontinued for Prime Day? Like they stopped selling them? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It says right here you can get one for $362. Don't say that. Well, that one was discontinued. Okay. I see what you're talking about now. This one that was $362.86, it was discontinued. Oh my God. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Oh my God. So, but I think that's what you're talking about. If that's so, let's put this in. I'm gonna put that on Twitter. I'll quit. So, just so people see that. So, like, what do you all mean discontinued? Yeah, okay. AMD is not a good top stock for that. Yeah, it is. It's not. It's a good stock. I mean, I wouldn't dump everything in there, but if you are new to the stock market, Corey, AMD is a good steady stock. You can just buy 1 to 2 shares. We bought that day. I was online. I bought 2 shares for like I think they were $23, and now it's up to $33. That's not bad. That's not a bad trend line. So. What was the thumbnail about Halo games on play? That is an old article that came out last month where Matt Booty, head of Xbox Gaming Studios, said they were open to putting games on, including Halo, on Sony's PlayStation. So it probably is, Corey. I'm not going to say it's not. So I've never used that one. So. Yeah, my Black Friday, I'm looking at a monitor. I'm looking at 8 more gigs of RAM. And I'm looking at a new motherboard, at least an X47 Tomahawk. That's what I'm looking at. So it's not, you're right, over 5 years, it's not. But it's hard to find a good performing 5-year stock. If you want that, then I'd say go to pharmaceuticals. That's where most of my stock is. So it's in pharmaceuticals. So, but that's everybody. Everybody's different. I'm just trying to get it so that they got to get comfortable putting the money there in the first place. So putting the money into something that they will own eventually. If they eventually go and buy a new Xbox or a PlayStation, they will essentially be buying into what they already own or adding more value. So I'm just trying to get them to go own what they already are going to buy. So Microsoft stock is a lot better. You're right. So yeah, because people are going to always get sick. I agree with you. So, oh, there's the one and only Ghost. Oh my goodness, he's back. He's coming back to haunt me. I love it. So he still has the coolest avatar out of everybody. So, I cannot find an avatar like that. Putting your money into cannabis is going to go up in smoke. Cannabis is hard to get into because you have to secure a route. You know, you do have to secure a route. There's nothing wrong with that, though, especially if you're in Colorado. I mean, people go out there and smoke it. It's like, well, how can I buy into your company? Vote Big Pharma, vote Bernie Sanders. Okay. So what I don't like about the pharmaceutical companies is that they're starting to raise the cost of a lot of drugs. They're slowing. They don't just cut the drug off. They start making it harder to get, and then bam, you know. Yeah. Again, you were supposed to buy Microsoft stock in 1990. That's when you were supposed to buy their stock. That's when I bought my Microsoft stock. It wasn't too expensive back then. Now, my God, it's what, over 300 a share, maybe more. I haven't checked it. So, and in order to buy their stock, I think you had to buy at least 4 shares. I think maybe more. They had some crazy rule with their stock, and not just them. It's not just them. A lot of companies do it. So, but all right, let's get into how many of you all did the prime time stuff? How many of y'all went to Prime and bought stuff? You know, did anybody get anything on Prime days, Monday and Tuesday? I know I did. So yeah, I know I did. So but we'll keep on, not you. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's move to the gamer toxicity, and then I need to go and see how long it will take them to put this CPU in on Friday. Okay. You had, yeah, what's up, JD33? All right, you now have people saying that. Now, how many of you all have noticed? Let me ask you all this. How many of you all have noticed that a lot of the Xbox podcasts are either slowing down or they're ending? How many of you all have noticed that? You bought a North Face backpack. Sam, how old are you? Like, are you in college or something? Nobody just buys a backpack. So you're cheap and value your money. Well, I know the feeling, Corey. You preaching to the choir. We all noticed. Okay. Now that was predicted by yours truly, your king, the king of Xbox, predicted that, right? Right. So now what is happening is they're now trying to say that they were never toxic. They're saying that, well, you all thought it was funny. You all were following it. And I got to call a bunch of horse hockey on that. You're still toxic, okay? But I find it interesting that like BGST, is it BGST, has ended. I mean, the people who were on BGST, the next gen 720s, the crap gamers, they have pretty much thrown the Xbox under the bus. It's not that they don't want it to do well, but they don't really talk about it anymore. I only know of 2 pro Xbox podcasts at this point. So, yeah, it went belly up. Yeah. So, so now that they're now trying to run around saying that they weren't ever really toxic, and as long as we were roasting somebody you didn't like, that it was okay. No, it wasn't okay then. And now, as I said before, where are they going to go? Because the console war is over. The content is what it's going to be about, and the games. It's going to be about the games, not the services. It's about the games. You know, I saw somebody from the Xbox community put out a tweet a few weeks ago saying that the gaming news has slowed down for the Xbox. And it's like, well, that's true for the Xbox, but not for the Nintendo. Then they just released another game. They released a new game, and then Judgment came out for PlayStation. So it's the only console that's lacking is the Xbox. Everybody else has a ton of games. Yeah, he's been back, JD33. Yeah, I've noticed that he's saying that. I never have heard him say that the Xbox is dead, but he is saying that. Look, I mean, when I heard Crap Gamer the other day say that games on the PlayStation actually look better than they do on the Xbox X, I about dropped my. I was at work and I heard him. You know, I was at lunch and I dropped my cup. I'm like, did he just really say that? You know, yeah, he did. So, yeah, Corey, he shout out to Next Gen. He is entertaining. And so, but it's, you know, look, J-Dub City. I don't know if you all know this or not. J-Dub City was offered a permanent spot. Okay, a permanent spot on Crossfire. No, I don't know if he took it. I don't know if he took it. But he was offered a. Now, I want you to ask yourselves, when J-Dub City was, I mean, how many of you all would have thought 6 months ago, J-Dub City would have been offered a permanent spot on Xbox Crossfire? Seriously. How many of you all would have thought that? I mean, that blew me away. I mean, I was looking at the comment section of the show he was on, and everybody liked him. Everybody liked him. So, you know, all right, Triple J, I'll simply tell you about him is that, okay, have you ever heard of a shock jock named Howard Stern? Okay, if you haven't, Howard Stern is a DJ in New York City. Excuse me, New York City. He made his bones by people just talking about him. Okay, he would do something outrageous on the air, and the other DJs at the competing stations, the other DJs at the competing stations would talk about him. And so Howard Stern would get called into the office to get his ear chewed off. And he was like, look, other DJs are talking about my show, which is on your station. That's a good thing. Okay, you got to understand, guys like Xbot 448, guys like Colt Eastwood, their job on the podcast, and it's a job, okay? Their job is just like Howard Stern's job, okay? Is to say and do outrageous things so that you will mention them somewhere else, and that ultimately will drive traffic over to where they're at. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing. So I'm not running them into the ground anymore because that's what they want you to do. Colt Eastwood wants you to say stupid stuff about him. Therefore, you will go over to where he's at to listen to him. You see what I'm saying? That brings traffic over to where they are. And that's their job. Because again, nobody is that stupid. All right. Nobody is that dumb. So the stuff that they are saying is being said on purpose. All right. It's the same thing. Howard Stern did the same thing. Let's go back and look at Howard Stern's career and look at what they're doing. They call it playing the YouTube game. I don't know if you've heard them say that. They're like Next Gen. He had Dealer Gamer on about a week ago, and Next Gen said right to him, you know what? I've learned how to play the YouTube game. And that's the YouTube game, which is I need to build a channel. Let's say the one and only Ghost has a channel, and the one and only Ghost does a podcast, and let's just say 500 people watch. And then I get in touch with the one and only Ghost, and I get on his podcast, and I have a channel. And let's just say the one and only Ghost at the time has 20,000 subs, and I've got 30. I've only got 30 subs. Do you not think I'm going to get on his podcast and act like an idiot to try to bring traffic from that podcast into my podcast? That's called playing the YouTube game. You know, that's why you have podcasters who recognized, I can't think of the person's name. They said when they went on an Xbox podcast, they were pro Xbox. They were pro Xbox. But then when they went to a PlayStation podcast, They noticed they were pro PlayStation because they were trying to grow their channel. That's why they were doing it. It's like, well, I can't go to an Xbox podcast and trash it because then people who are listening won't sub to me. And my goal is to get my channel monetized and activate the super chat button, okay? And that's exactly what they did, except they call it, now I call that being disingenuous. They call it playing the YouTube game. So trust me, Colt Eastwood and Xbox 448 know exactly what they're doing, okay? Do not think they're not. It's almost like a magician who has the girl there with him. And because the girl is really pretty, it's his assistant. You know, here's my assistant, such and such. Well, she's in on the magic trick. Because she's attractive, you don't think she is, but she's part of the magic trick. She'll do something to distract you, sleight of hand, while the magician's doing something to get the trick ready. That's just reality. Okay, that's why the magician never exposes his tricks. You know, he never tells you his secrets. So you got to remember that it's all a game to them. Their goal is to have a podcast. The business model they use is the same as Howard Stern's. It's the exact same thing as Howard Stern's. When Howard Stern did crazy shit on the air to get his ratings up so that people were talking about him all day long, that in turn forced other DJs, other TV stations to cover him. Because they covered him, it brought in more traffic to the radio station. Because it brought in more traffic to the radio station, it put more ears on. They were able to charge more for advertisers. Every person that's worked with Howard Stern is rich now. All of them. Now he is wealthy. He is rich and wealthy. So, but if you worked with him, you got rich. People attacked Robin Quivers. That's the black woman that's worked with him for 20 plus years. Robin Quivers was a registered nurse. She would pick up and work every other, like a little bit on the weekends. And she figured out Howard Stern has a radio personality, but that's not who he is in real life. Okay. These guys on YouTube, they have a YouTube persona. They're playing their own Persona 5. They're selling you the persona. In real life, they would run away from you if you try to go talk to them. They would run away. That's just their personalities. Okay, so don't get caught up in saying, well, this guy's an idiot, this guy's stupid, and why did he say that? He said it because it's going to bring traffic to the channel. She said that because it's going to bring traffic to her channel. It's exactly what they wanted it to be, except now it's imploded because the Xbox community has turned on itself. You know, I saw, what's it called? The Salty Gamer, the Saltiest King, or whatever it is. He actually has pictures on his Twitter feed of his daughter playing Spider-Man and saying it's a great day in his household because his daughter playing and smiling and laughing and saying, you know, oh, look at this, look at that. He said that's immeasurable, and he's correct. He's correct. No Russian. Well, I'm not saying he isn't. He isn't. But that's what he's doing is part of the show. Okay? So it's part of the show. So, and that's all I can tell you. And that's going to go for all of them. Okay? Because nobody is that stupid. And they call it playing the YouTube game. That's what they call it. That's not what I call it. They call it they call it I'm playing the YouTube game. It's like, okay. But to them, playing the YouTube game means that they have to act a certain way to bring eyeballs in. And then people get mad. It's just like, if you don't think Matt's Gaming, shout out to Matt's Gaming knows he's speculating, but he also knows that the Xbox community wants to hear information about the Xbox, and they want to hear it so that it's fashioned that the Xbox Scarlet is going to be more powerful. So he has to fashion his information to tailor to that crowd. Okay, he doesn't know anything about the Xbox X. He does, or Xbox Scarlet. He doesn't. Okay, he doesn't know how powerful it's going to be. That's why he's speculating on Arcturus architecture. He's speculating. I mean, first, I mean, he did. I mean, you can go back and find videos where he said that Xbox may have Vega in there, whereas the PlayStation was going to have Navi. It was pure speculation, and his comment section goes crazy. Oh no, there's no way, and stuff like that. But that's what he wants. It's the way he's going to run his channel. So there's no diss on him. Okay, so I mean, we don't know. I mean, we have a rough idea of performance of what the PlayStation is going to do. We have a rough idea. Okay, so that's what you should be expecting. Hey, look, if this thing comes out and you're doing 4K 60 like the Vega 64, and you're only having it say at 9.7 T-flops, if it's going to perform like it's got 13 T-flops, it doesn't matter that it's 9.5 or 9.8 T-flops. Okay, because you're getting the performance of something higher on a higher level. And that's what Navi is. It's the ability for AMD to take present architecture, gut it out, and get it to perform better. Okay, no different than if you take out if you take a transmission apart, you bore out the transmission, and then you put the same transmission back in, the car in theory will perform better because you bored out the gears. Or not, that's a bad saying. There was a guy who bored out his transmission, wink, wink, nod, nod. Shout out to my man Don Bowles, who said he bored out his transmission in 1989. Woo! Okay, let me try that again. That was a bad example. Let's say you go get your oil changed on your vehicle. Doesn't your vehicle run a little bit better? It's the same vehicle, but you change the oil. Just consider Vega the old oil and Navi's your new oil. That's the best way. You're still okay. You're still using a lot of the same stuff, but you're using better parts. You're using different programming, different techniques. They're saying that they said that I was a hardware ray tracing. Xbox Scarlet is supposed to have hardware ray tracing when AMD does not even have a patent for hardware ray tracing. But somehow Xbox is going to do it. Okay, but they're going to put information out like that because that's what the Xbox community wants to hear. Remember, let's go back to E3 when those developers came out and said, yeah, some of the base stuff they've worked with, the PlayStation 5 is more powerful. The Xbox community panicked. They went full panic mode. Okay? They went full panic mode, even though Sony nor Microsoft has come out and said what the specs are going to be in their GPUs because of the threat. And so what did Max Gaming do? He went out and was literally trying to find information to disprove that, because if the Xbox was weaker, they were going to go crazy over there on his channel. And he knew it. So he had to finally put something out where he said, this guy said that he wasn't for sure and he was just speculating. And it's just stuff like that to cure them down, Yeah, you're right. The only one and only ghost. You're right about that. But it's just like what Howard Stern did. Okay. I'm going to put stuff out so that other people mention it on other platforms, and that drives traffic to his platform. That's exactly what they're doing. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing. Well, isn't the 5700 a high-end card? Isn't that one of their high-end cards? So which bots really have their hearts in the damage control? Okay, they're all putting on the facade of damage control. You can hear it now. You hear it now. You know, that's why they put things. That's why Post Up put Post L in his thing. That's why Crap Gamer came out and said that him and Zaire would talk before the podcast and say, how are we going to damage control this? I mean, so they were damage controlling. You all have been right about that. But the reason they were doing it is because the people that were listening to them wanted them to damage control. All right, Crap Gamer is getting attacked right now because he's quote unquote changed his mind about Xbox. You know, I mean, at least that's what he says. I can't prove it, but he says people are going in on him now in the Xbox community. You know, he's losing subs and stuff like that because they're not giving him, what did that one guy put down? You're not giving me the Xbox news I want to hear. And Crap Gamer said, well, what am I supposed to do? Lie to you and tell you everything's okay? But that's what they rather hear, the lie. And that's what they built their channels on. Now the jig is up. That's what I used to say in my generation. The jig is up. The chickens have come home to roost, whatever. That's a generation ahead of mine. That's what they used to say. Now they're stuck because people still remember the BS that came running out of their mouths, and they want to act like, oh, it was just fun and games. We were just cutting up. That's what they're trying to say now. So we all know it was BS from the beginning. We know it was BS from the jump now. And a lot of them, because they're having to admit it, to their integrity being in question, to use one of Zaire's terms, they're leaving YouTube. They're shutting their channels down. They're done with it. So, you know, Inc. are the 2080 Ti level. Well, that's again, I can't, I would never, I don't compare AMD's cards to NVIDIA's cards. So I prefer AMD's cards because they're cheaper, you know, and I am a man of meager means. I am a king. I'm the king of wishful thinking. So they said Crap went full pony. See, no, he didn't. He did not go full pony. I mean, he just didn't. You know, he just simply said that he was just pointing out things like Phil Spencer saying, let me pull up this article for you all here. Let's see here. This is actually a pretty funny ad that you all are going to get a good laugh on. Let's see here. Let me, now remember, Xbox put out that there's going to be no smoking in their game, but there's a giant bottle of Jack Daniels over Phil Spencer's head in this ad. Okay, now if you all want to be nice to your king, buy me a bottle of this Jack Daniels, honey. Yeah, you put that on the rocks, and then you get you a cup of ginger ale next to it. Oh my God. Okay, that's all I can say. Oh my God. That honey, this honey and that ginger ale, wow. All right, but my point here is not to talk about drinking, okay? Not to talk about drinking, but it is to talk about Phil Spencer saying that the business isn't how many consoles you sell. Now that is a quote from the boss, okay? That's a quote. So when guys like Crap Gamer and Mooch and J-Dub City bring this up, this sends them running for the hills. This sends people in the community running for the hills because they don't. Xbox has set up a business model where you don't have to buy the Xbox to play their games anymore. That's what it is. Didn't I tell you over a year ago it was going to be an app? Didn't I tell you people that? This is why I'm the king of Xbox, okay? This is why I'm the king. Okay, I have these visions, okay? And this is what the Xbox community does not want. They don't want their games going day and day. Okay, they don't want their games going. Now you're hearing guys, even Dealer Gamer was saying something to the effect of he doesn't care where Xbox puts their games. He just wants Xbox to keep making them. So that actually tells you everything you need to know. Okay, that actually tells you everything you need to know because it's never been about anything but Microsoft making the games. That's it. They do not want to switch the ecosystem because they want to play with their friends. They want to play with their friends. They want to call in the B2 and get one-man army, and that's what they want to do. And now that that's under threat, they're panicking. They're panicking. mm. Mm. What's up, What's up there, KIOP 901? Yeah, look, this generation, if you really wanted to sink some cash, you should have bought a PlayStation, you should have bought a PC, and a Nintendo Switch. That covers everything. Actually, Mega Devo, I prefer Tennessee's whiskey to Kentucky's bourbon, but I won't turn either one down. Okay, it's like you put some Skyline chili in front of me or La Rosa's pizza. I'll take either one. I won't turn either one down. So, so he's not making any Megaton videos anymore. Well, yeah, he is just talking about some of the issues Xbox is having. Again, I'm not going to knock somebody. Now, I've got people telling me, well, he's not telling the truth. He's just saying that. I mean, I'm not about that anymore. I mean, look, the console war is over. It's over. All right. You should all be happy that it's now about the games. You know, now it's about the games. We're talking about games like The Man of Medan and Control and Madden coming out in 2 more weeks. Madden comes out in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. So, and if you have EA access, I guess it comes out on the 25th or something like that. Some kind of weird day it come out for you. There was no console war. There at the beginning there was an actual fight for the hearts and minds, but Sony won that. And the console war, to me, and everybody has their own specific date, the console war ended the day Phil Spencer came out and he said we're going to put all our games on PC. That was the end of the console war because you no longer needed a console to play Xbox's games. Okay, now that's my opinion. That is my opinion. That's, to me, is when it started or when it stopped. But I do believe, look, Microsoft did try to compete. Remember, they had what do they call it? The world's greatest lineup. They had something like that. They were trying to compete. Okay, now they got beat by Sony. They came out with the world's most powerful console. They got beat by Sony. So that's why I'm coming out with those T-shirts, the 1.8 greater than 6. I'm coming out with those shirts. And those are being printed up today. They're going to be printed up. So, and I will show those shirts probably my last day online on YouTube on Hangouts. So, yeah, Corey Massey, they were trying to build their channels. The best way for you to build your channel on YouTube is to go with somebody. So again, if like I said, the one and only Ghost had 20,000 subs and I only had 200 subs and he invited me to his podcast, of course I'm going to say things on his podcast to make his 20,000 subs happy so that some of them come over to my channel. Does that make any sense to you guys? That's what they're doing now. They know the people in the community don't want to hear Xbox jumping into streaming with 2 feet is dangerous. They don't know where it's going to go. So what are they doing? They're saying it's the future. They're trying to calm the masses when most people are like, we ain't going for this streaming stuff. They can't say, like Mooch said, I got to give Mooch credit. He said it best. He said, for everybody to attack Stadia for streaming and say that it's not going to work, but at the same time say that the Microsoft streaming is going to work. He's not willing. I'm not willing to say that, and neither should he. And he said that. You know, the bottom line is that either they're both going to work or neither one is going to work. Okay, that's this reality. Now, Microsoft is putting in a buffer, so and it's like what 40 or 50, whatever that thing is, to help them stream because theirs was trash. Theirs was not working very well. So, you know, just it is what it is. Yeah. You know, like what is it that M2? What is his name? M2K Moss or whatever he said. Both these companies came up for a fight, and one of them got knocked out. Like got knocked out. You know, he said that. He said Microsoft got knocked out. Crap Gamer said that Microsoft has been bullied. Actually said they have been bullied by Sony this generation. Those are Crap Gamer's words, and I'm putting words in his mouth. That's a direct quote from Crap Gamer. Next Gen 720 was saying that he's a mature gamer and Microsoft is delivering on kiddie games. So I mean, that Next Gen said that. Now, all those people were either part of BGST or have been on BGST. K Mega left the multiplayer podcast because they were ripping into him. So did Jabba Jabba Dahad. He left the multiplayer podcast allegedly. So I mean, which caller? Oh my goodness, name. So he's gonna kill me. J-Dub City, the god of PlayStation, all things gaming, is now been offered a permanent spot on an Xbox-centric podcast. It's over. It is over. All right. So shout out to J-Dub. If he takes it, congrats. That's great news. So, and I'm loving it. I told something that called itself Hebot, the world's most powerful gamer. I told him over 8 months ago. I said the end was near. And then I had that talk with my friend that works for GameStop. And what he told me, I was shocked at what he told me. But it's actually happening. Microsoft is actually doing it. Yes, the end of days. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. So, Sony stole Xbox's lunch money and soon going to take their. Well, I mean, again, Xbox don't have no exclusives, and Microsoft is open to putting the games on PlayStation. They just are. They're open to putting the games on Switch too, as well. They're willing to. Now that doesn't mean that they will, but it means that they're willing to. They're open to the idea. So again, I've said, and shout out to King Thrash, he has also said it, that King Thrash said that when they nicknamed it or when they renamed the Xbox thing to Xbox Gaming Studio, what's up, Materazzi? The King Thrash actually was speculating, but he was correct when he said that Xbox is going to go third party. I mean, he said that months ago. So shout out to King Thrash for saying that because he was right. King Thrash was correct. So I need to try to get him on the podcast too. Sick Humor, when he said that, shout out to Sick Humor, the big homie Sick, when he said that, Microsoft had paid Digital Foundry so that Digital Foundry would give more, better news on the Xbox side than the PlayStation side, because now Digital Foundry doesn't do that. So I mean, they don't do it. I mean, I'm not here to say that there aren't games that look better on the X, because there are. We all know that. I'm a fraud if I don't admit that, because everybody knows that's true. But now they're saying it's not as big a deal. Well, it's never been a big deal, but they were paid to tell you that it was. So, what do I think about the sad selling in the top 20 on Amazon yesterday? Well, now usually that'll be a super chat question, but I'll answer it no Russian. I think that that's fine. I thought the SAD would sell. I was wrong about that. I thought that thing would sell because I thought that, yeah, everybody wants to play digital anyway. Nobody wants to go to the store anymore except my old butt. And I like to feel a physical in my hand. But physical in my hand. All right. But yeah, I was surprised that it hasn't sold well at all. The contract for yeah, you're right there, Triple J. It is. Yeah. So he needs 2 people. He needs to keep that pony tractor for that super chat. Xbox One should have launched discless. I still no, because I'm still a fan of physical media. So that's just me though. But that's just my opinion. It's all right. But I love, didn't Dealer Gamer say something to the effect of the reason why The Last of Us looks better than most games is because it's the 30 FPS game, and these other games that are 60 or they have more resources, so they can't put them on graphics. It was something like that. That's right, Corey Massey. Yeah. Just dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. But that's what I was saying on Scumcast. They're over there arguing. I was just like, blah, blah, blah. The longer you fight against this, the harder it's going to be. It's over. It is over. Just get over it. You know, so they have to get over it. I'm like, you all just making it harder than it has to be. You know. So it is what it is. The Blu-ray costs $32. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Which could have been spent upgrading the memory to but didn't, are you talking about for the Xbox? Well, again, they had to put a Blu-ray in there because Sony had a Blu-ray on the PS3. So yeah, he said he bent the knee. Yeah, he did. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not mocking him for bending the knee. They are bending. They're all bending the knee at this point. So, yeah, somebody else got destroyed over there too. The FC Violent or something like that. They said he took an L over there too. I mean, anybody that's still trying to go and tell you that the console war is a hot fight, they're lying to you. So, I mean, they're lying to you. So, somebody just asked me on Twitter, would PS4 exclusives sell more copies if they were multi-plat? But probably, but they're not. So, somebody, you making money by offering exclusive products and features. That's how you attract customers. Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. So, you know, just it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Who collects Blu-rays? I do. I collect 4K Blu-rays. I'm going to get another one maybe today. That's why I'm going to Best Buy. So I got to start my Captain America Blu-ray collection. I already got the first Avenger. Now I got to get Winter Soldier. So I'm going to get Winter Soldier. So, but remember the first amount of damage control I heard was that, what was it? If you disconnect if you turn the Connect off or take it, or you don't make it part of the system, it would then give you better resolution or something like that. You bought Captain Marvel. Yeah, I got that in 4K. That's I like that movie. Plus, friggin' Brie Larson is hot. I mean, I would take her out for beer and wings. So you got Shazam yesterday. Yeah, my girlfriend bought Shazam. She bought Shazam. We're gonna watch that tonight, I guess. So we're gonna watch that tonight. So. But yeah, anything else? Just remember the gamer toxicity. They're now being the people who were doing all this back and forth and all the quote unquote buffoonery and all that stuff. And I'm cleaning that up for ad purposes. All those people are now trying to say, well, you didn't mind us being toxic when we were making fun of some people that you didn't like, which I call horse hockey. You know, I call horse hockey on that one, but that's my opinion. So apparently The Rock plays a part of, yeah, he plays Black Adam, yeah, in Shazam too. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, again, yeah, we're gonna get out on Shazam tonight, and yeah, Stranger Things. We watched the first couple episodes of that. So yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is hot too. She's hot too. So, so yeah, ScarJo that's an attractive woman. So I take her out for beer and wings too. Stranger Thighs, yeah. I like Stranger Things, but I grew up in the 80s. And the way they dressed and the music that you hear if you watch Stranger Things, that's what was on the radio. So that's what would be on the radio. There weren't a whole lot of R&B stations back in the 80s. A station would have an R&B show come on like at 8 o'clock on Friday nights, and it would stay on like 8 to 11. And then it would switch back to its other program. That's where the 80s was. So I'm not jumping to judgment on Star Wars. I'm excited about it. So ScarJo would get the good beer and wings. Yeah, she would. She'd get whatever beer she wanted to. Scarlett Johansson's got she got 3 kids now. I think she can handle it. Brie Larson might get McDonald's. Well, hey, look, if that's what she wants, I'd be like, honey, whatever you want to eat's fine with me. So when I get you home, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. But all right then, guys, I'm going to get on off here and relax. Yeah, relax. So you were born in the late 80s. Yeah, I was already done growing up by the time you got here, looks like. So yeah, but the music in the 80s, couldn't beat it. Everything transitioned from disco to everything transitioned from disco to damn, what's going on with ESPN here? All right. To what we got now, pretty much. It was cool. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna jump on off here. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, look for my podcast about Comic-Con coming up in a few more days. And you all take it easy. Yeah, music in the 80s was fantastic. Still some of the best music ever. We have them here. We have Way Back Wednesday, and that's 80s. Way Back Wednesday starts 8 o'clock in the morning today. It will go till 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Then we have Way Back Weekend, which starts Friday at 7 p.m. and goes all the way. But all right then, guys, I am going to get on off here. I appreciate you coming. Hit that like button and share. Take it easy.